Hi, my name is Marisa. Welcome to my channel. I went to my local Debenhams to do some Christmas shopping, and to my surprise I saw that they had started to retail Shiseido. So I thought, okay, great opportunity to review their latest formulation for the Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. So in this video we are going to talk a little bit about the properties of the foundation, the claims that Shiseido has with it, and I'm going to show you the application and the results in 3 different days. If you are interested, just keep on watching. But before we start, I would like to give you my best wishes on this Christmas season. So happy Christmas! Let me tell you a little bit about the foundation. It comes in this typical Shiseido black, red and white cardboard packaging and is retailed in a glass bottle with 30 milliliters or 1 fluid ounce, and the bottle has a twist and lock mechanism that is quite nice. It's produced in the United States and it has a shelf life of 2 years after open. It claims to be long wearing up to 24 hours, which is quite a claim. Not that anyone is going to wear a foundation for 1 complete day, and it's oil, fragrance and alcohol free. It has a big list of claims that I have print screened and placed on here on the top with as a photo for you to check out. If you are interested, you can pause the video, which basically can be resumed to the claims that the foundation synchronizes with the skin in order to give the best shade possible, and that it self-refreshes in order to give for the entire application a natural, flawless and as if just applied finish to the skin. It comes in 30 shades, well spread across the range of human skin tones. I got mine in the shade 260 Cashmere, which is a neutral shade, and actually I think it's the first foundation that I have that is really a neutral foundation. The shades 2N1 and 2N2 from Estée Lauder compared to this one are quite yellow. So, taking this information in consideration, let me show you the 3 days application. So in this first test day, I'm going to apply the foundation without any primer or physical sunscreen, I'm sorry, and like if I was wearing it at night. And one side, on my right side, I'm going to use a sponge, and on the left I'm going to use my usual foundation brush, the Wayne Goss. I've been like shaking the foundation well, and I'm going to put 1 pump on my hand. I'm using a Real Techniques sponge. I like this color. It's slightly darker than the color of my neck, but it's not too yellow. I would say it's really a neutral color. And I'm liking the application with the sponge. It's very comfortable. I'm not feeling it on the skin. It's still a little bit tacky, but not overly. It did not settle on the pores or on the wrinkles. Going to put a little bit more on the forehead. I think it has a very natural-like finish. It has some radiance, but not overly. It really looks like natural skin. It's very pretty. I'm liking it so far. So let's try now with the brush. Well, it applies equally well with the brush or sponge, at least on my skin. And with the brush we definitely need less foundation because it's not sinking in. So of the second pump that I place for the brush, I still have this, and so definitely this is one of those foundations that the brush is totally advised because it gives a good application and we use less foundation. I'm not going to apply any more foundation. I think this is perfectly fine. If anything, my skin is slightly more yellowish tone, which is the first time that I say this, but it's okay. I definitely can use it. Actually, it's a very nice shade for now, for the winter. It's looking good. I'm not going to apply any powder, so let's see how it wears during the day, and I will be back to show you how it's faring. See you soon. I'm back. 2 hours have passed since I applied the foundation, and it has started to look too radiant on my T-zone. So I'm going to blot it. With a normal tissue, and I'm going to apply a little bit of powder. I'm going to use the Vitalumiere hyaluronic powder in 200. This is not my most mattifying powder, but let's see if it's enough. Okay, let's see how it holds now. I'm back after 8 hours and a half after the application. It's very radiant, and I blotted a second time in the middle, in between. I have to say that the foundation is quite long wearing. It's here. It has not settled into wrinkles or pores, but it's very oily, not only on the T-zone but also starting to go onto the sides. So tomorrow I'm going to apply it with my sunscreen all over the face, which has dimethicone in it, and I find that works as well as a primer, a mattifying primer. So we will see if it prolongs the wear of the foundation or not. So today I have already applied my physical sunscreen that I usually apply. It's the Neostrata. So I'm going to apply the foundation on top of it, and I'm not going to use any powder, to see if only with the sunscreen the foundation lasts longer without getting too oily. And I'm going to apply with the brush. Interesting today, probably due to the sunscreen. It's not applying as good with the brush. It's sliding and I'm seeing the streaks of the foundation, so I'm going to press. I have here a sponge. I'm going just to wet it with a little bit of water. Okay, that's it. So I'll be back during the day to show you how it's faring today, and we will see if we need to powder it or not. See you in a while. Hi, good morning. So today is Saturday when I'm filming this video, and I'm going to do the third day of our test of the Shiseido foundation. Yesterday I didn't return to give you feedback, but I'm going to tell you what was the result now. The foundation were during more time as I was expecting it, with the sunscreen working as primer, about 2 hours more, but it didn't look good. You know, there are those foundations that when they start to wear off, they fade. This one, at least in my skin, didn't work like that. So as it started to wear, it started to look very makeup-y, looking very obvious on the skin, and at the end looking very more than radiant. It was looking shiny, oily. So I didn't like the look at all. I prefer when the foundations fade. Today, in order to be fair and give it another chance, I applied less hydration. So I only placed my Neod multimolecular hyaluronic complex, and then I applied the Victoria Beckham Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer. I'm giving this a good trial. I'm going to use the entire bottle every day and see how my skin fares with it when I finish the bottle. And I applied then my usual sunscreen. This is the Neostrata Physical Sunscreen Factor 50 Broad Spectrum. And now I'm going to apply the foundation with the makeup sponge. I wet it, seems to be a little bit dry again. I've just sprayed it with a little bit of Evian water to make it more damp. And I'm going to apply 2 pumps of the foundation. It seems to me that is the right amount to obtain the medium coverage that it claims to be. My skin is looking quite red, as you can see. The foundation doesn't have fragrance, but doesn't smell bad. Second pump. Going to use the IT Bye Pores. This powder is the most mattifying and setting powder that I have. Okay, I'm going to finish my makeup, and I'll be returning during the day to give you some feedback. So I have this foundation for the last 5 hours. and I've checked on a normal mirror, not this one of 5 times magnification, and the foundation is looking very bad. So on the T-zone it's completely oily, and it's pigmentation, a little bit of foundation has deposited on my main creases, so on the labial nasal folds here below my lower lip, and on the 11th, I think it's like that is said, this creases here next to the eyebrows, and a little bit the bigger crease that I have on my forehead. But for me that is not the worst. The worst is that I feel that the foundation didn't really sink into the skin. Actually, it feels tacky, doesn't completely set, and as soon as my oils start to come out, the foundation just seems to float on the skin. I'm not even going to touch it with my fingers, especially here on the nose, because if I do, I know that it will come out on my fingers. It looks very makeup-y. Yeah, very bad. Looks very bad. So the news are not good. I'm back, and I would like to give you my final thoughts regarding this foundation and the 3 days wear test that I've showed you. So regarding the positive points about it, it's a medium coverage, and it can be built, especially if you use a brush. Doesn't have fragrance, doesn't have alcohol, doesn't have oil. It has a nice range of shades, and I really liked this very correctly neutral shade that I got, and I think it matches very well with my skin, my undertone, and the final tones that I have because of the pigmentation. I like the packaging, it's tight, and it's a very friendly use. I like the fact that we don't have to take up caps and put caps on and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, my combination skin didn't like it. In terms of refreshing, well, only the one that I gave it by blotting it and powdering it. And honestly, that is not my goal. I want to find the foundation that looks natural on the skin, and this does in the beginning, but then it goes in the wrong direction. And I want a foundation that does not require powders and primers and constantly having to worry about checking to see if it's okay or not, or going to the mirror or whatever. For that, I prefer not to use a foundation at all, just to have my skin very well moisturized, hydrated, and place it a little bit of blush very discreetly, and that's it. I'm going to be with my sister, and I'm going to ask her to try it. She has normal to dry skin, and let's see if on her skin it will fare better. I will place down below on the description what was the result on her skin. For combination or oily skins, honestly, I don't recommend. And that's it from today's video. I hope it was useful, and I hope you have enjoyed to see my tribulations. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye!